silent, but deadly. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Longshot, Rebel Bowman. Longshot is a mono-red storm commander. It's like a gutter snipe in the command zone, dealing 2 damage to each opponent whenever you cast any non-creature spell, and discounting your non-creature spells by 1. And there's 2 major ways that you can build this deck. The first is Instance and Sorcery Storm. Think like Ashling and Burgee, even Electro. Or you can choose to build Longshot as Artifact Storm, because that discount of 1 makes a huge difference when your spells only cost colorless mana. And in this deck, you're going to notice a lot of colorless, because that's all the deck is about. Casting as many colorless spells as we can in a single turn to deal lethal damage to our opponent. Now, this is a 4 mana 3/3. Thankfully, some of our non-creature spells are ramp, which help us pay for this and set up for combo turns. And in this deck, we have ways to infinitely generate card advantage, whether it's Virtue of Courage, turning Longshot's damage into cards in exile to use, or maybe it's cards like the End Stone, allowing you to continuously play and play and play these various cards, and maybe you're even playing them for free because of Longshot, Semblance Handful, and Cloud Key. Or maybe even Ugin, who gives you a discount of 2 on your colorless spells. We also have a way to just keep tapping and untapping our lands with, or our non-lands with the Paradox Engine, or generating mana off Burgee. Though Harnfell is the more likely cast in this deck, where you're using it to discard cards from your hand and generate more card advantage, so you have more things to cast and have more damage to do. So let's take Longshot into the queue and see if this deck is actually a Longshot. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Our decks are actually extremely similar, and my deck has Ugin in it. They're going to be doing a ton of colorless ramp and then exiling my stuff. In good news, most of my deck is colorless permanents. In bad news, our commander is less scary powerful because, I mean, it's not Ugin. This hand, though, I can ramp and ramp and ramp, get the Longshot, and hopefully do some interesting things before the Ugin comes out. I have nothing really on turn 1, but a Den of the Bugbear's nice to have. And when they cast their commander, or cast other colorless things, that's when the trouble starts. Here's a Cold Steel Heart. I just managed to get more ramp, but if I can out-ramp them, I'll be happy. Oh, Scavenger Grounds. Yeah, and I'm running tons of tech lands. I don't have 3 artifacts, but that's okay. The damage I'm going to be doing by casting these random ramp spells will add up real fast. Oh, yeah, chat's talking about how you get the hook shot right before the Temple of the Forest, and then the long shot in the Water Temple. Yeah, so he's from the Water Temple. Got it. Yeah, definitely. Mind Stone. Supplies. Ooh, Interlacer. Signet. That'll get a little wiggle over here. I'm going to sacrifice the Mind Stone. Hedron Archive, perf. Ruby Medallion. Swing for 3. Nice. Love chaining together some discounts. I like they're just like, yeah, all right. Next turn, they will have Ugin, and I do have one thing that they can hit. It's Longshot. You like its wiggles? Me too. I will start by sacrificing this Hedron Archive to draw 2. Okay, Fire Magic. That'll kill the Ornithopter. Activate the spare supplies. Ooh. Instant Ramen takes them to 1. I'll draw 2 off my Drix Interlacer. And it's going to be Death by Guardian Idol. You swing in with Longshot and finish them off. GG Ugin. Hey bye, Forest Guardian, the first one I've seen today. I have Flame Slash and a Cantrip and a Burgie and an Obelisk. None of these are that good against Heibai, but I also don't have much that's good against Heibai. You can put in Torpor Orb effects, but I wouldn't recommend it in this deck. I have a way to kill a mana dork. We draw Shove Aside. Okay. A Farseek. That will get them to Heibai next turn. That gets them shrines. I'm gonna use Semblance, Anvil, even though I only have the 2 artifacts here on this Guardian Idol. And that gets me, I technically have the 3 artifacts. That gets me to the back of Harnfell more easily. Hi, Heibai. Okay, what shrine do you have? Southern Air Temple. Okay, Heibai gets a +1/+1 counter. A chunk. See how long it takes for them to flicker him. Oh, that's a nice, cheap, dirty Paradox engine. Obelisk is 2 mana for 2 mana. Use this Harnfell. Drop the Shove Aside. If only I had Longshot out. I love Incinerator with Longshot. It's truly so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this Flame Slash too. Nice. Cool. I guess I could do it. Sure. Oh, cool. A fresh opal. I think I'll just hold that for a long shot. I got the Doug Dimma discounts. And Longshot will help me, turn this into some nasty business. And same with Harnfell. And Currency Converter is just, you know, the bee's knees. Fountain of Infinite Rage. Deals damage equal to the number of shrines, which is 2. This is so many artifacts. I am an artifact storm deck. I should hope I have a lot of artifacts. Okay. Boop. Make sure I'm tapping you. Longshot. A healthy 2-mana Paradox Engine. Followed by a free spell. And I would like to have gotten this first, actually, so I could have used the Currency Converter. Would have been smart. Didn't do it. Because this would require the tap and the untap. Yeah, so, like, I can put a card exiled with this into play. Make a treasure. Wowie zowie! I can tap for mana. Play the Mox Amber. Deal 2. And now I don't have things in hand, but I can still draw and discard off Currency Converter. Or I could get a 6-cost thing in hand. Yeah, seek a card with the highest mana value. I think that's going to be either Camille or Ugin. Yeah, I hit Ugin. That's great. It's more discounts, but I don't have any more, like, actual draw here. I just have, like, draw and discard. Cool. Play the land. And, no, I don't want a plus. There we go. Just want a plus there. What is it? It's a land. Great. Planar Incision. Unfortunately, they do have a blink, which means that the Honden will be able to kill Longshot, but I should be able to just replay Longshot. Because this is any target. Yeah, any target. Yeah, hi and bye. Move my commander to the command zone. Yup. They get 3 extra mana. See if they play an abundance of shrines here. Splash portal. Nope, they're blinking. See what shrine they get. Card draw shrines are probably the strongest ones for them here. Nice Sanctum of Stone Fangs will be draining me. Not right now, but at the next first main, I think. Yeah, first main phase. Hopefully I can just kill them off my Longshot pings. If I can get some cards in hand, Harnfell helps a lot. Nice. This is also upkeep. Hey, but I can't attack this turn. Ain't got no haste. Yeah, like Arcane Signet. Pretty much always just going to be better for me to have 2. It's not tapping... Oops. Not tapping everything here. Because it knows it doesn't need to. Yeah. Drop. Chain Lightning and Fable. I can't even see where things are. I could sacrifice that just to make it stop. I'm going to attack with this Spirit Token. And they're going to have a very, very strong start of their next turn here. They do not have double red, though, so at least I can, I don't know, Chain Lightning. I could be drawing and discard and putting cards into the graveyard, since I actually do have 1 spell I can cast from graveyard in this deck. There we go. Get me one of thems. And their life's gonna go way back up here. Yeah, if these die, I get the cards in hand so I can discard them to Harnfell. Spirit Oasis, they're immediately drawing. They have tons of mana, too. And I'm at 9 life. They're back up to 10. Aw, you're making Longshot insignificant. Now how am I supposed to get my damage? Attacking you? You know that doesn't work. Cool. They got 2 blockers. You hate that when I'm up against shrines? There are many shrine decks. Alright. They're gonna get to draw another. Ocean Tide Life's Origin is going to double. And they'll get to kill a card of their choice. Yeah, my joke about attacking in is very... I can't attack in here. This Ugin is discounting things. Well, that's what it does. That's one of its biggest functions in the deck. My goblin! Doesn't really matter. I'm going to be going for Harmful anyway. In you go. Might have to minus to kill my own Longshot. Look at they're putting cards in my hand. Thank you. Because I have to win here or they win off the shrine damage. Yeah, no, I can kill this. Yeah, they don't have 3 mana. We're good. They don't have 3 mana. Sure. Tap, tap. Wellspring. It's any colored permanent. I can destroy that. Where are you? Oh my god. Decline. I don't even care. Nice. Free forge. Yeah, we got this. I have it right here. Huh. Surprise. Don't even need to bother with any of the taps. Bolt it. Whew, get there. Alright, nice. If they had 3 mana up, they could have, like, exiled Longshot, and then I would have had to cast, but I had enough mana to do it pretty much all anyway. Took him out. A close call with shrines. GG. Avatar Aang. This is the 4-color bending commander that's looking to airbend, waterbend, earthbend, and he himself firebends in order to draw cards and then transform so you can cast your spells practically for free. We have like a kind of fun start here. We have the turn 2 ramp. We have some potential removal. It's all like pseudo ramp except for Kaylee Archives, but hopefully that's good enough to get us to either one of our bigger spells or just Longshot. Alright, they did not cast anything there, so I'll just play the land as a land, or do I want to use this? I'll just play it as a land because I have a whole bunch here. Somebody in chat has not seen Aang flip. Oh, you should watch my standard Brawl Aang video. It was really fun. Yeah, you can also play black cards in here. He has black in his color identity. I built a standard Brawl Oops All Bending deck. It was really fun. Oh, great news. This is spikeable. Don't know why they didn't cast it last turn. But I'm fine with that. Spoiked. And I can either go for the Guardian Idol here, or I could set up an Artist Talent. I want to get Longshot out as soon as possible. With this hand. Yeah, this is, not card advantage, but it will eventually be just, like, discounting things and increasing damage. See if Longshot resolves. They do have blue mana up. Also white mana. They could, like, reprieve it. Nice. Here's 2 damage to the face. Artist Talent, because it's getting discounted. All right. Wow, Flame Slash. A timely draw. I guess I'll just lead with... No, I want to lead with the key. What if I should have led with the discount? Discard a land. Cavern of Souls. Claim the Firstborn, Demonic Tutor, and Electrolyze. I would like the Demonic Tutor. I do think they could have some counterspells, so I'll hold this Cavern of Souls. I'll Flame Slash. Actually, no, I'll drop and draw. See what we get. Ooh, Fable! Are you trying to link to the Brawl Stars? Guys, please don't. Please don't drop the links in chat. Alright, so we have the Demonic Tutor here, which I'm going to try to use to kick off this, the storm. Grabbing Endstone. I don't have a land to play. There we go. That counts. All right, we got a Chain Lightning. This will get me mana. Okay, into Iron Crag. And that's the final 2 damage. Tutoring for Endstone. It works. GG Aang. Eshki, Tamer's Roar is going to be casting high-powered cards, like literally high power, in order to get big, draw cards, and smash me in the face. Eshki's scary. And you should fear her, because there are 3 mana, 6 power cards in green. And they will destroy you. I think that's the cheapest 6 power card, is 3 mana. I'm gonna ramp to Longshot. I got Paradox Engine and Endstone in hand. I would love for this to just be a... This is why Paradox Engine is in the deck. It should not be in the format. Let's see if I can just, like, turbo ramp to it. I'm likely going for just Hedron Archive over Longshot. Alright, so they have big ramp. I have small ramp. And I will still play the supplies here. Nice! Virtue of Courage. This is also... So we only have a few different card draw engines in this deck. And Virtue of Courage is one of the best ones with Longshot. If I can't get Endstone going, this is the next best thing. Not only because I have removal on the front. This right here is whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I get 2 more cards in exile from which I can cast. Alright, so Eshki is now outside of my my ping-in range. I'm gonna land the Paradox Engine here. Take out the Bloom Tender. And draw off spare supplies. Now they probably have access to Abrades and also some like creature-based removal, Haywire Mites. Since any creature being cast still buffs Eshki, you just focus on the big ones. Yeah, Paradox Engine I think is a bad card to have in Brawl because if I do manage to pull off the combo and I have to be careful about it if I can't just get all loosey-goosey. It's 10,000 clicks of tapping through my mana and trying to manage things. Ooh, there's a big old guy right there. Yeah, Warp 4 still works for Eshki. I get blasted. Alright, so we have the Paradox Engine. I think I'm gonna go for Ugin here. Over, like, Endstoning. Yeah. And they're leaving. They know exactly what's up. They know it's a problem. It is, and it is. Sephiroth. Fabled Soldier. The more creatures that die, the more life I'll lose and the more life they'll gain. And as that's happening, they'll also be transforming him. If 4 creatures die during their turn, other than Sephiroth, they're going to get the emblem permanently. That's this life gain, life loss. I have to be careful about what creatures I play because there's a lot of symmetrical sacrifice effects that will just cause me to quickly lose those creatures. And, yep, there goes Burgie, I think. Actually, this might be, there goes Lightning Bolt. Since Lightning Bolt can kill Sephiroth, that's part of why I kept this hand. Alright, we got a Cloud Key. Yeah, I have some of the more expensive stuff in my hand here. I imagine they'll be very good at killing the Burgie. Drop Camille here. Again, I don't feel comfortable playing Burgie yet, even though they seem to have a lot of discard. I'm going to choose Artifact. Why is it showing me the back of their hand? Whatever. Chromatic Sphere, by the way, is already free with Longshot. But I might be playing Burgie into Chromatic Sphere here. You gonna eat your Hectize and draw a card? Yes, they are. Comes the Sphere. Gonna drop the Sphere. So I'm missing out on like the damage I would get from this. But sometimes you just need to cantrip. Cantrip and set up a bit of a storm engine. That's like the... We have like 3 sort of like discounters here. Burgie refunds you 1, this discounts by 1, and there goes Might Stone and Weak Stone. And there goes Burgie. Ooh, right with the jazz. They don't want me to have cards. I mean, that's fair. It's really hard for me to storm if I have no cards. Maybe I could have held this and waited to play Harnfell, but... I got Longshot in play. Could trade it with Sephiroth, but I don't think that's good for me. And they know I have the Ugin, so I feel like they're going to focus on making sure I can't play this. Yep, that works. Sephiroth swinging in. I feel like you don't sacrifice the Speed Brood. Yep. Once again, playing Longshot. If I can get Longshot to survive, that'd be great. Longshot survive. It's a long shot. Yeah, he's doing his best. Sniping, no sniping. They have a lot of damage they can deal to me here too. I saw them hovering over the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Okay, it looks like they are just going to focus on damage here. They're not swinging in with Sephiroth. I guess they don't want me to trade with him. I can't block... Well, I can block this. I'm not going to. This used to be a 4-3. We could have traded. It's wild that they gave it lifelink and made it a 3-4, actually. Guy with a sword versus guy with a bow. I don't know. The one with the alien DNA is probably winning this. Alright, Ugin. You get 2 damage, and I'm going to just exile the Sephiroth.
Heed my counsel.
I think gaining the life and drawing the cards, definitely the move here. I'll hit that Speed Brood Stalker. And this is not yet a dead end. Because I do get 1 draw off this, and I could get something else. Nope, I got Demand Answers. Great. But I have an Ugin in play, which is one of the best just, like, payoffs and enablers here. Since it's giving me card draw, it's giving me mana, and if I manage to get him to this ult... -11, I just win the game with Longshot in play. Though admittedly, like, I think Ugin's ult pretty much always wins the game. If your deck has Ugin in it, the ult should win the game. Alright. Gain 3 life, draw a card. I'm gonna sacrifice the Cloud Key because I don't have an abundance of artifacts right now. And I also have a nice discounter in the form of Longshot. I don't need anything there. We'll swing in for 3. And I could use fire magic and kill both Longshot and the Hive of the Eye Tyrant just to go for keep Ugin alive. I can afford to replay Longshot. Demanding answers from the deck. I got my mini board wipe. That's what I got. Which I have to be careful with against Sephiroth. Ideally, I'm killing him too by paying 6 total mana. Or I guess 5 because of the discount. Oh, look at that. See, they're killing Longshot. I don't even have to bother. I've pretty much evened up our life totals, though. And they know that if they play a permanent that's colored, I have a pretty good chance of getting rid of it. Like you, Liliana. Yeah, I'm not going to bother using the fire magic since we have the Ugin in play. Gain 3, draw. Alright, I'll name human. Here's Longshot. Mox Opal. No more Liliana. 2 more damage. Is a Bobble. 2 more damage. No, I don't need to do anything there. See what's on top of their deck and draw. Worm. Okay, worm. What do I draw? Icky. It's an Ichor Wellspring. And I do have some ways to sacrifice it, though not consistently. It's much more about it's a cantripping artifact. Worm. Yeah, a person stuck it out against Ugin as long as they could. But Longshot was sneaking in some damage while we just ticked him up and up and up and up. Iroh, Grand Lotus, and me not having anything at 2 mana. So we're going to mulligan, and they're going to be recasting instants and sorceries from their graveyard. And lessons, if they have them. I built my Iroh deck around a lot of lessons, and I gotta say, it's very satisfying casting them for either 1 mana or free if you have any instant and sorcery discounter. Alright, I've got... in this hand, just a cantrip to kick things off. We have ramp, and we have this Ugin, which is going to further discount things with Longshot. I'll bring out the spare supplies. This can actually just be 2 cards drawn, which is really helpful. Ooh, Tricks Interlacer. That's great. Great setup. Next turn, I'll probably be cracking this open. Oh, Spike Field Hazard. Yep. Rare supplies. Show me what I got. Cavern of Souls, not bad. And I'm just going to try to spike this. I could have also waited on this, kind of expecting some taxes. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pay that tax. Mana is leaked. It triggers whenever they cast any non-creature spell. Yes. Use your counter spell on my land and not on Longshot or my other extremely expensive enablers. I feel this deck can crumble pretty easily to counter spells just because there are so few enablers in colorless and red for this kind of storm deck. Human. Fortunately, he would be coming out, and then it would just be Drix Interlacer. So I think I'd rather go for Key to the Archive. So we got Time Warp, Lightning Bolt, and Putrefy. Lightning Bolt's the most on theme, but I think that a Time Warp is pretty much always a good bet. Especially if I can discount it. Longshot. Yep, I do want... You can use up the colored mana, that's fine. I'm not planning on trying to Time Warp this turn. Drix Interlacer. Are you just gonna kill him? Oh, they're gonna bounce him back into hand. Darn. I'll be missing out on my pings if I cast these here. So I'm just gonna go for one of them. Mind Stone. If you're wondering why Mind Stone over Iron Crag, I could technically cast them both, but this is going to be a very boring answer. It's because when I play Longshot, I do not want Ironcrag to ask, ooh, do you want me to transform? No, I don't, Ironcrag. No, I don't. I don't want that. Next turn, I could have Iroh out, and they essentially get a discount on their instants and sorceries, but they're not lessons at the moment. Are you sure you don't want to transform Ironcrag? Yes, I'm sure. I'm so sure. Longshot. Can't be countered. Ironcrag. Gonna try to take this time warp. Hope it doesn't get countered or redirected. Memory lapse. Okay, so they put it back on top of my deck. I can technically draw one here. But since I didn't leave myself with 1 mana, I'm not able to, like, try to kill the Stormkiln artist. And right now, I am going to have to block him. Since these are all artifacts, these are artifact soldiers being made, he's getting a huge power buff. And if they have removal for Longshot, they'll probably be able to kill me. Alright, Longshot with a long block. Longshot's only died once, though, so not too expensive to play. And they know about the time warp. Do I want to try leading with it? No game. No game. Yeah, whatever. With it costing 4, I'm costing 6. Just short. So I'm gonna see if I can get the time warp to resolve first. Okay, it did. That's great. Look at you stepping. See if I draw anything useful off the Drix Interlacer. Did. Play the Bone Crusher Giant. Great, pass the turn. These both give us discounts on colorless things. But I might want to go for this draw first, so I will. This is also a draw. Ugin gives me a double discount. White Stone and Weak Stone, drawing 2. Got a Cloud Key. Currently, I have 1 mana artifacts, instants and sorceries in hand. There's the Paradox Engine. Gross, but yes. I will name artifact, since, again, that's like the thing of the deck. If they kill this, gives me a better chance. And we want this to die, so we have the Paradox Engine. So if I can set up one of the card draw engines, it'll be better. Okay, well, never mind. I'm just dead here. All they need to do, Chandra, -4. I die. A tragic death to some Spellslinger. GG, Iroh. Phenax, God of Deception, is going to be doing a little bit of milling based on toughness. This hand, I have a little removal. I have a little bit of just like hand tripping. And hopefully I can get to Camille through the Unexpected Windfall as ramp in order to get some free value. Since I have no idea if they're just going to be control or mill or booties or what. But like, if half my deck's in my graveyard, that's fine. I don't need that much to kill them. I only need to cast like 12 spells. I'm going to use the egg. Okay, well, I essentially just got another egg on the egg. Yeah, they'll probably have the crab. I remember I built a Phenax deck for Big Booty Mill. The apprentice. He's coming at me. I'm just gonna keep going for this. I'm digging for something a little more useful. Miscalculation on an egg. Fine, and then I'm gonna shove your apprentice. That's right, that's what you get having wizards work for you. She's like, whoo! Are you gonna make me discard? Oh no, that's bad. Because they would be able to kill Longshot. So the Mox Amber, even though it would be 2 damage, becomes less useful. This is gonna be tough. Chat's talking about the Jet Li movie featuring Jet Li versus Jet Li. And yes, the ending of it is the coolest part. I have seen the ending with him fighting off the guys on the prison planet. Please don't counter this. It would be devastating. Oh, thank you. All right, I'll drop Ichor Wellspring. Guess Liliana's probably gonna get to ult. It would be tough. It would be real rough. Oh, cool. All right, Camille. Monkey. And Phenax can't attack or block until they have 7 devotion. See what we discover. You gonna mill me? We milling, we killing. What's the vibe here? They milled 2. Oh. Sure, free Mox Opal. I'd keep it in hand to trigger Longshot, but there's a Liliana here. Ooh, this is gonna double their mill. This combos with a bunch of things. Anything that says, like, your opponent mills half their deck, this mills the whole deck. All right, I have to discard nothing. That's a remand. All right. Longshot in play. Thankfully, just gonna be chilling and vibing. And I am going to step on Liliana to prevent her from using her ult. We discover 5. Oh yeah, danger. I mean, you can mill me before it, I guess. You moved 3 lands and an artist talent. Okay, Rune Carved Obelisk. That's ramp. Deals 2 damage to you. And I will tap this to put the charge counters on it. Sure, I'll eat egg. Mmm, delicious life. Mmm, delicious egg. They're going for the Big Mill, which puts me at 44 cards remaining in deck. They are not able to use the Riverturn Monument's activated ability anymore, though. I recommend. Okay, I got a Chain Lightning. I wanted to get a 2-drop out of my deck. No, I want it to be on 4. We'll see what we hit on Camille. Currency converter. Oh, that's fun. Look, I'll draw and discard. Put the card in exile. Nice. All right, it was a land. That gets me a treasure. Here comes Phenax. Bruvac is able to mill 8 since it gets doubled. Then let's sacrifice the obelisk. Okay, hit Chandra. That's a great hit. Let's kill Bruvac, who's been doubling this mill. Out of the way! Yes, I get milled for 8. I have 31 cards remaining in my deck. I'll play the Signet. I'll swing for 7. And I need 2 more spells. And that could get me there. Mightstone and Weakstone draws 2. And I do have a couple instants. Oh, no, but it is the Incinerator. I love the Incinerator. Chandra's Incinerator with Longshot. Hopefully I get to pull off in at least one of these games. It's so sick. Okay, bye. 27 cards. Yeah, I'll exile all of them. Gimme. Get them. What you got left? Ah, nothing. I see. Yeah, mill doesn't work that well in this format. I've certainly tried. I also built Phenax. Cast the thing. And now we just have, like, victory through anything. Attacking, casting the spell, plussing the Chandra. GG, Phenax. You tried. And you got most of the way there. Just not all the way. Glarb, Calamity's Augur. They're going to be playing cards from the top of their deck. And I do have one card here able to kill them, the Chandra. Though no turn 2 ramp. I'm still going to keep this, hoping to get to, like, snipe a Delighted Halfling or something. Okay, I drew land. That's not bad either. And my shove aside is instant speed. You got any ramp? Yeah, Glarb's usually like Sultai good stuff. A nice combination of counter spells, kill spells, ramp, and of course, dynasty business. Oh, well, seeing a seek new knowledge is always worrisome. What you got? What you got over there? Got a whole bunch of instants, got a whole bunch of spells. I'm just out here being real chilly. Ooh, a Baragoyf. Baragoyf that is too large for me to kill. Since I think there's no sorcery in the graveyard. I would need to double spell to kill it. And that is almost certainly going to be worth it. So, we'll just do them both. Mm-hmm. They're like, that doesn't kill my Baragoyf. Trust me, I know how Goyfs work. I know how Goyfs work. Yeah, it's gonna add another type to the grave. They're oopsing, I think, to be like, ha ha ha, that's not how... No, I know how Goyfs work, sweetie. I've played Magic for long enough. If they have free counterspell, that's the oops. Yeah, that for me is the bigger problem. Yeah. State-based toughnesses. Yeah, they had a force of negation, which... Unfortunate. But that's how it goes. They did mill on the Goyf. Didn't add any new types to the graveyard, but I do see more counter spells and kill spells in there, which I am not a fan of. Damage doesn't kill creatures, state-based actions do. Real. Are there lands in the graveyard? Yes. I am going to once again attempt to kill the Baragoyf. If they kill Chandra in response, the Baragoyf will be saved. They also could go for a surveil land and try to surveil a new type. Whether that is a creature or anything like that. Let's see what you got. They're looking at types. Mm-hmm. Asunder. That's just another instant, but the Barrowgoyf is gone. So that's one value engine down for my value engine. That's also my ramp engine. But I have my End Stone in hand, so them burning through like counter spells, that's good for me. Ooh. I'm gonna try to find one land off this. Okay, Mox Opal, that is akin to a land, but it's one I'm going to hold until I have Longshot out, which will be, possibly next turn. Yeah, the Paradox Engine plus Endstone is the infinite spells, infinite mana, hopefully. And then with Longshot, that turns that into damage. That's the converting it into damage. Hello, Ashiok. You're going to minus on my Hedron? I do not respect that. So rude. Drop the Windfall. It's dangerous against this kind of deck. Have a Longshot. Mox Opal. Unfortunately, I do not have enough artifacts for right now. So it's not online. And I feel like they might just have a creature kill spell in hand, since they've been holding on to some goodies. Yeah, Ashiok's just out here with the worst smoker's voice of all time. They need a lozenge. Badly. Auroral Procession, they're killing Longshot. Aw, my discount. Rude. And they'll make a Nightmare. Legion Archive. Egg. That lets the Mox Opal tap for mana. Pass the turn. They surveil once again. Exploration, playing additional lands. And remember, they can play lands from the top of their deck. And they're surveilling the top of their deck. They can also play 4+ cost things off the top of their deck, which means value. Means the goods. You gonna minus? You gonna kill off your Ashiok? Nope, just making another nightmare. We're milled. We're milled. Cool. Forge is sweet too here. Does leave me with 4 mana. I guess I'll pay 3. Move it off the top just in case we get something that costs 1. It's something that costs 2. It would cost 1 if I had Longshot out. Which I wish I had Longshot out. But no, he was murdered. They'll be moving it off the top of my deck by attacking in with the Nightmares. They're surveilling. They just dropped 2 board wipes in a row, by the way. Damnation and Deluge. Forge back in hand. Big score in the graveyard. Yeah, I have genuine like 3 of the potential ways to go crazy on this deck in hand. The problem is that I need kind of like Longshot and then 2 of the 3. You know, this would just be really helpful to have. I hope this resolves. I know you have activatable lands. You could loot, you could scry, you could sacrifice and shuffle, and you know what's on top of your deck. Spells I control can't be countered is the text I really want here. Getting the additional card advantage is just a bonus. I think they're checking how much mana do I have. I have 2 mana up right now, Mox, Opal, and Den. Did they get one? All right, Camille has landed. Thank you, Camille. Just a little bit of protection and a little bit of value here. Let's see what we get. Demand answers. All right, I will sacrifice an artifact, this egg, to draw 2 cards. Oh, look, fresh egg. And I have 7. Oh, Sheoldred. Sheoldred would cause my Endstone to kill me. I'd probably have to go for Paradox Forge Longshot over Endstone here, which is too bad. I have 1 spell that can cleanly kill this. Oof, but the grief is going to be an issue. Now, if they're aware of what happens here, they're probably going to hit Paradox Engine. Or they could just be like, I know what Paradox Engine is, and you have mana, so I'm getting rid of it. Endstone normally would actually say, I would say this is probably what you could hit. Except they have the Sheoldred. Oh, you are thinking hard, huh? Picky, come on! Your deck's already got, like, the most miserable pieces. Going for Endstone? I can't draw. Maybe they don't, yeah, maybe they don't, see what I'm doing with the brew. Alright, I draw, it hurts. Tappy, tappy, toobity boobity. Okay, there's a Burgie on top. Which I'll just put into hand. That's another good old mana bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, 1. The joys of Paradox Engine combo. Said, definitely not me. I'm not a Paradox Engine aficionado, but I understand its purpose in decks like this. And I don't have infinite life to work with for the purposes of, like, the Mystic Forge. Alright. I do have some, like, food I could draw. And on Semblance Anvil, we are declining. And that's going to hurt me again because of Sheoldred, but I can also eat it. We scry and draw. Solar Transformer. I'm not dead yet. Am I doing too hot? No. Am I dead? Also no. Bread, right? Let me eat some bread soon. Oh, Tezzeret, you're nice. He is not card draw. You want to move the land off. You know, Cursed Mirror I could make into a Sheoldred, so I'm no longer losing the life.
Rule the edge.
Oh, actually, it would be like, I would gain the life, but I would lose the life first. Ugh, annoying. I have a Signet now? Oh, I wasn't tapping it. Oh, Limbus shuffles. You're right. I forgot. I forgot that it goes back in. That's fine. I drew away to kill Sheoldred. Because I'm just that good. Kill the Shelly. Tap. Tap, tap. Ooh, tap. Tap. You're wondering why I'm not QQing. It doesn't work here. Yeah, the life loss would have happened first. That is true. Okay, they're leaving. Thank you. Thank you for not making me have to finish that. Raphellos, Llanowar Emissary. I have ramp, but I don't think I can out-ramp them. Though, dang, is it tempting to just keep this and say, going for Harmful. We're going for it. Nah, not with them going first. All right, there's a Lightning Strike. I'll take it. I've been thinking about replacing Lightning Strike in this deck with Torpor Orb, since I don't really have creatures doing the things. Nice. No more Raphellos. Big ramp on the Worn Power Stone. And they're wrecking it. Well, I guess better to the Power Stone than the Paradox Engine. Going to use Key to the Archive. Time Warp, drop the Wellspring. Hopefully draw land here. I didn't. Trying to pick out what I want to do here. If I think it's okay for them to have one turn of Raphellos. Gosh, I hate that Raphellos. Longshot. In play. Paradox Engine Gamer. You should really just cut the card from the format. This is Nissa, who untaps your lands and doubles your forest mana. So they still have 8 mana, maybe more if they play a land this turn. She's so scary in mono green. Green Sun's Twilight for X equals 7. Huh. Oof! Titan of Industry. Probably destroying the key to the archive. Makes my Time Warp a little less playable. They also shielded him. Yeah, okay. Paradox Engine. Chromatic Star to untap. Get 2 more. You get a 4-drop. If I hit Mystic Forge, I might be able to go off. Let's see what I hit on Chromatic Star first. Okay, that's a Mox Opal. Yep. Go deeper. Red. Discount or go for more. Go for the discount first. Drop the Time Warp. See what I draw. I believe this is now getting the End Stone, kind of no matter what, which I believe I can cast. So I am going to sacrifice this. Get the End Stone. Tap. Haven't played my land yet per turn. I could have tasked the Time Warp with the treasures. Yeah, but I don't need it. I got something better. Get this. Okay, well, it will be better if it gets me a spell, right? Egg. So close. This will set my life, by the way, super low. Ooh, a cursed mirror. Well, I don't mind if I do. I can become Titan of Industry with that.
My empire will span the sun.
That cantrips. Doing this, doing that, doing these, doing those. Right. Gotta tap things. First mirror. I didn't even tap everything. Titan of Industry with haste. Shield counter. 5 life. Well, I don't care. Did I run out of things to do? Probably should have gone for the Rhino, since I had to block like that. And then my life total will fall. Yeah, I have 5/5 lands here. But then I can gain 3. But I can still die to like a hoof. It isn't part of why Paradox Engine should not be allowed, because it helps enable so many of these combos that don't necessarily end the game. So they can hoof me, and it will win. Got them to 3, but it does not matter. Kind of surprised Paradox Engine's still there. Yeah, me too. Aww, they're not going for hoof. They're going for big double mega Galta. That's so cute. And Galta's gonna put Emrakul and all these other nasty things into play. There's the double from Zoprin. Wait.
Quite a moment for you, hero.
I don't know why they didn't attack my face. Did they think I had something? Is currency converter -1 mana to draw 1 through lands with Paradox and Stone? Yes, it is. It's one of multiple, just like 1 mana cantrips in this deck. I guess. Mo mana, mo problems. Maybe they just really hate Tezzeret. Well, they forewent lethal, so I could do that. I guess. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. And Longshot is really cool. This is a unique deck, this Artifact Storm deck. There's a similar deck with Sammy who discounts your spells, but this way we're not doing just pure discount, we're doing damage. And I could see Longshot being a win con in that deck. I really enjoyed the way that this deck turned out, even though it's definitely not going to be one of the strongest decks in Brawl. It's a cool deck. You could play it in Commander, and it really gets to show off the End Stone in a way that I found was really fun. If you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you, like me, think that Longshot could also be an instant and sorcery deck, don't worry, you're not wrong. I actually built this deck twice. Once as instants and sorceries, and then once as artifacts. And I found that this was the more interesting deck. So this is the one that ended up getting recorded. But if you wanted to, like, stop by and see what the other one looked like, it should be in my stream VODs, at least for the next few days. But yeah, I liked Longshot. I found that this deck was one of the cooler ones from Jumpstart, and as only an uncommon, with a lot of cool uncommons you can put in the deck, I think that this is a neat card to get to build around. So yes, would recommend if you're looking for a cool deck, not necessarily the strongest deck. And also, we are soon going to be getting into Lorwyn. So if you have a Lorwyn card that you've seen in the preview season that you're thinking, Amy, you have to build this for Brawl, let me know and I'll do my best to start brewing it as we get into spoiler season and soon set release season. Yay, Lorwyn. Lorwyn Eclipsed, I'm really excited about. I actually have been really into the story of Lorwyn. This is not one of my favorite stories, but just the setting is great. The creature types are great. And I hope that you guys are as excited as I am for the upcoming set, because I think it's going to be a good one. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.